Hello students. So now we will discuss another interconversion converting 2-chloropropane to propanol. Okay, 2-chloropropane to propanol. This is also from the chapter haloalkane and haloarine. This is also from the chapter haloalkane and haloarine. So first step same, write down the starting reactant structure and our destination product structure. Done. Now let us convert. Now 2-chloropropane first we will convert into a double bond. How to convert? Very easy. You give KOH, alcoholic KOH, that is called dehydrohalogenation. Alcoholic KOH with heat, that is called dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation. Okay, what it will do? Chlorine will be removed. Okay, one of the beta hydrogen will be removed. Chlorine will be removed. One of the beta hydrogen will be removed, and you will get a double bond. We got the double bond. Okay, prop 1ene we got. Now what we will do? We will give HBr peroxide. Again you know what is this, anti-Markovnikov effect. Okay, the bromine will be introduced in that carbon which has higher hydrogen. This carbon has a higher number of hydrogen. Bromine is introduced there. Okay, anti-Markovnikov effect, and double bond converted into single bond. Now we have to convert this into alcohol. Very simple. You give aqueous KOH and heat. You give aqueous KOH and heat. So OH group will replace bromine group. OH group will replace bromine group. Okay, nucleophilic substitution, and hence you get the product propanol. Okay. Now another interconversion. All the interconversion I am doing is from haloalkane haloarine chapter. Another interconversion, that is isopropyl alcohol to iodoform. Isopropyl alcohol to iodoform. Okay, isopropyl alcohol to iodoform. Now first we will draw the structure of isopropyl alcohol. Okay, isopropyl group means you are very well aware, CH3 CH. At 2 position alcoholic group will be there. At 2 position alcoholic group will be there. So this is your isopropyl alcohol, CH3 at 2 position alcoholic group, isopropyl alcohol. Now there is a particular reaction called iodoform reaction. What happens in iodoform reaction? Isopropyl alcohol is treated with iodine and NaOH. Okay, iodine and NaOH. Okay, and heated. Isopropyl alcohol with iodine and NaOH it is heated. This is called as iodoform reaction. Iodoform reaction. Okay, so when you heat, what will happen? You observe, you will get iodoform. Since the name is iodoform reaction, this is iodoform. Iodoform means 3 iodine 1 carbon. 3 iodine 1 carbon. Okay, that is called iodoform. And obviously you will get another molecule, that is CH3COONA. Okay, there are 3 carbon in your alcohol. One of the carbon is converted into iodoform. Rest 2 carbon is converted into sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Rest 2 carbon is converted into sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Now finally last 2 products which are not so much important. Out of the 3 carbon of alcohol, when you treat isopropyl alcohol, with iodine and NaOH and heat, one of the carbon is converted into iodoform and rest 2 carbon of the alcohol is converted into sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Okay, and finally you get sodium iodide and H2O. Okay, so this is your iodoform reaction. Now let us see another type of interconversion. Another type of interconversion is chlorobenzene to p-nitrophenol. Chlorobenzene to p-nitrophenol. First we have to write the structure of chlorobenzene, the starting reactant. From here we have to start. P-nitrophenol. Your phenol is benzene with OH group. P-nitro means nitro at the 4th position or the para position. Okay, that is your right hand side is your p-nitrophenol. Now we have to convert chlorobenzene to p-nitrophenol. So first what we will do is provide concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4 mixture, that is called nitrating mixture. So this will introduce nitro group in a benzene ring, but since halogen is already present, so halogen is a ortho-para directing group, so it will direct the incoming nitro group to the ortho and para position. But you know para is the major product. Okay, you know that para is the major product. This mixture will introduce nitro in the benzene ring. Concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4. Okay, it will introduce nitro in the benzene ring, but halogen is already present in the benzene ring and halogen is ortho-para directing, so it will direct the nitro group to ortho or para position. Okay, ortho and para both, so both product you will obtain, ortho product as well as para product, but para product will be the major product. The para product will be the major product. Now how to convert this into nitrophenol? Very simple. You give NaOH, HCl, okay, NaOH HCl mixture you give 433 Kelvin, 15% NaOH, okay, plus dilute HCl and 433 Kelvin temperature. What will happen? You know, nucleophilic substitution or replacement of halogen by OH. When you provide NaOH with dilute HCl, 433 Kelvin temperature, this will be replaced by OH and hence is the product. Okay, chlorine will be replaced by OH and hence is the product. Now we will go to another type of interconversion. Let us go to the another type of interconversion. Next interconversion is 2 bromopropane to 1 bromopropane. 2 bromopropane to 1 bromopropane. Bromopropane to 1 bromopropane. First we will draw the structure, obviously, of the starting reactant. So this is your 2 bromopropane, okay, 1 bromopropane, put the bromine group at one position, okay, this is your starting reactant. Here we have to reach. What we will do? Same. First, like we have done from 1 bromo to 2 bromo, similar steps. First we will give alcoholic KOH. Okay. What will happen? You know, dehydrohalogenation. Alkene will be formed. You obtain that. Okay. Now we have to introduce bromine at the 1 position. 1 bromopropane. So obviously the only reaction possible is anti-Markovnikov effect, HBr in presence of peroxide. The halogen or the bromine will be introduced in that carbon of the double bond which has higher hydrogen. So this carbon has higher hydrogen. Bromine is introduced there, anti-Markovnikov effect, and double bond converted into single bond. Okay. And while double bond is converted into single bond, please see that the tetravalency of carbon is satisfied or not. So very simple, and finally we obtain the product also. Okay. Next we will go to a very simple interconversion. Chloroethane to butane. Chloroethane to butane. Chloroethane to butane. First we write down structure of chloroethane. This is your chloroethane, butane. Now if you observe, the product number of carbons is double the number of carbon in the reactant. The number of carbon in the product is double the number of carbon in reactant. So which reaction can give you this? Yes, you guessed it right. You guessed it absolutely right. That is Wood's reaction. 2 molecules of haloalkane in presence of 2 sodium and dry ether and heat. You will obtain the product. Wood's reaction. Okay. Wood's reaction. Now next reaction is based on Fittig reaction. Next reaction is based on Fittig reaction. Let us see that. Question is converting benzene to diphenyl. Benzene to diphenyl. Sometimes we call it as diphenyl, sometimes we call it as biphenyl. So starting compound is benzene. Diphenyl means two benzene rings linked with each other. Okay, you have to convert benzene to diphenyl. Starting is benzene. First what we will do, we will provide bromine in presence of anhydrous FeBr3, electrophilic substitution in benzene, Br2 in presence of anhydrous FeBr3. What will happen? You will get bromobenzene. Okay, bromobenzene. Alright, now you treat bromobenzene. Okay, you treat bromobenzene, 2 molecules of bromobenzene with 2 sodium dry ether, heat, you will get diphenyl, and this reaction is called 2 molecules of halobenzene. 2 molecules of halobenzene in presence of sodium and dry ether, heat. This reaction is called Fittig reaction. Fittig reaction. 2 molecules of halobenzene with sodium and dry ether. The 2 benzene rings will be linked and you will get diphenyl or biphenyl, and this reaction is called Fittig reaction. Okay. Now the last 2 reactions, we will complete it quickly. Last 2 reactions, we will complete it quickly. Okay, let us see. Next reaction is, you have to convert tert butyl bromide to isobutyl bromide. Tert butyl bromide to isobutyl bromide. How to do? Let us see. First write down the structure of the starting compound and the end. This is your tert butyl group. CH3, CCH3 is your tert butyl group. Okay, tert butyl group. You treat with tert butyl group, you treat with alcoholic KOH. Sorry. Tert butyl group with bromine. This is your tert butyl bromide. Okay, tert butyl group with bromine, that is called tert butyl bromide. Okay, now tert butyl bromide you treat with alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH. Dehydrohalogenation. Bromine will be removed, another beta hydrogen will be removed, and you will get a double bond. Dehydrohalogenation. Okay, let me write down the structure of isobutyl bromide. This is your isobutyl bromide. This group is your isobutyl group. CH3, CH3, CH3. Okay, isobutyl bromide. Okay, So tert butyl bromide in presence of alcoholic KOH, heat, halogen will be removed, one of the beta hydrogen will be removed, double bond is introduced. Okay, now to get this compound, obviously, yes, you are right, HBr peroxide, heat, anti-Markovnikov effect, because we have to put bromine at this position. This has higher number of hydrogen. So whenever we have to put bromine at higher number of hydrogen, bromine at carbon containing higher number of hydrogen, we use the anti-Markovnikov. Okay, and double bond is converted into single bond. Hence is your answer. And whenever we convert double bond into triple bond, many times I am saying, maintain the tetravalency of carbon. And how to maintain tetravalency of carbon? By adjusting the hydrogen. By adjusting the hydrogen. Now the last reaction is also a named reaction. Let me show that. The last reaction is a very named reaction and very famous reaction. We have to convert aniline to phenyl isocyanide. Aniline to phenyl isocyanide. First we draw the structure of aniline, the starting compound. This is your aniline. This is your aniline, na? Benzene with NH2. So benzene with NH2 aniline, the starting compound. Phenyl isocyanide. Remember, isocyanide group means like this. When cyanide is linked through nitrogen, it is called isocyanide. So benzene isocyanide. Okay, this is your benzene isocyanide. How to reach from aniline to benzene isocyanide? Okay, there is a famous reaction called as carbyl amine reaction. What happens in carbyl amine reaction? Let me tell you. We take aniline in presence of CHCl3 and alcoholic KOH. Okay, you take aniline with CHCl3 and alcoholic KOH and warm. Benzene with chloroform, CHCl3 means chloroform, and alcoholic KOH. Okay, and we have to warm the mixture. Then you will get benzene isocyanide. NH2 is converted into isocyanide group. Okay, and obviously you will obtain some side product KCl and H2. Okay, some side product you will obtain. Let me balance it. So aniline in presence of chloroform and alcoholic KOH and warm the mixture, the NH2 group is converted into isocyanide group, and this is called as carbyl amine reaction. Carbyl amine reaction. Okay, so this is a named reaction. Okay, so this is how aniline is converted into phenyl isocyanide. So this is all about your organic interconversion of haloalkane and haloarine. Okay, the end text questions. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much.